Hello YouTube, it's the Lone Pantheist here. It's been a while since I've been able to make a video. There was a technical problem with my channel, but it seems to have fixed itself finally. There's a couple topics that I finally wanted to address. I hope you enjoyed your Halloween for those of y'all in America. Um, I've already made videos of Afrocentrics and everything, and I promised to make a video about Eurocentrics, and I've wanted to do this for a couple months now, considering the fact that there was a shooting in Wisconsin about, I believe it was around August 5th, and it was done by a man who was a white supremacist named Michael or Wade Michael Page. I had to look that up. But yeah, he was a white supremacist, and he killed, I believe, 6 people and wounded numerous others. And the problem that I have with this is that they're not sure if he mistaked the Sikhs as a Muslim group, or if or if he knew that they were Sikhs and he just didn't like them because they were white. They weren't white. But one of the things I have to discuss about this towards white supremacists is the fact that they are counterproductive to the supposed race that they claim to be loyal to. In the fact that they have now not necessarily made an enemy of Sikhs, but they've they keep pissing off, a bunch of groups that aren't white. Um, and this is the difference between a lot of black supremacists and white supremacists. Black supremacists, for at least somewhat, they actually try. Some of them will actually try uh, to sort of unite with other minorities in America, and in some cases this does go abroad with people who are not European. Other black supremacists are somewhat like white supremacists, and they're like everybody who isn't black. But you don't really see this amongst white supremacists. You only see um, them hating people who just aren't white, and therefore, in a way, it kind of it more so affects whites or people who are classified as whites more so than anything else. It pisses me off because now that's just another incident that I have to apologize for, at least in the eyes of a lot of people. You know, I don't stick up for white supremacists. I think that they are um, mostly idiotic. There are some that have some warped sense of logic, similar to Afrocentrics. And then of course, there are those that are just straight up thugs. Um, and I don't understand their angle, because their angle does not really help white people at all. Okay, if we are a shrinking minority in the world, at least, or in the United States, a shrinking majority, then I don't see why you would try to make enemies of every single minority in the United States. That adds fuel to the fire. That for people to be against white people. But the logic behind this attack is just, it's idiotic. The logic behind any attack is idiotic, but this one just takes it just takes it. It's something that I can't stand for. Eurocentrics in general are in their own way, they've kind of helped fuel Afrocentrics. Nothing like trying to claim all the cultures of the world being white, just similar to Afrocentrics trying to claim all the cultures of the world being black. The only exception for Eurocentrics would be the fact that some of those cultures do reside in Europe. Okay, therefore you technically still be Eurocentric regardless of the color of the supposed skin tone of the ancient people, which I believe probably more so matched Italians in terms of Rome and Greeks today. So I don't think there's much change there. But the fact of the matter is, those people prior to the last 50 or 60 years were not classified as being white. So that in its way is in its own way is it's just illogical to encompass these groups now. Oh, sorry. Okay, well, you're European, so you're part of us now. The mother championing Western civilization. Here's another point about Western civilization. The group that champions this the most is against free college for people in America. Okay, so how are we supposed to stick up for civilization that we know nothing about? Because you're pretty much extracted, and don't blame this on liberals. It's you too, Republicans, mainly Republicans. When you've extracted any type of literary knowledge about English literature and stuff like that from the curriculum in public schools, you actually have to go to college now to learn most of this stuff. And how are you expecting the whole of the civilization to stand up for itself when it doesn't know what it's standing up for? You ask most people, well, we're standing up for freedom and democracy. Do you even know what those words even mean? Okay, I mean, democracy is easy. You have it's majority rules. It's vote for the people. Do you even know how this started? It wasn't in America. It was through writers such as Sir Francis Bacon and many others who have dreamed up a democratic society, a society that's ruled by the people, not ruled by the monarchy. That started in Great Britain. But most people in America won't know this because they do not teach your civilization in schools, and it has nothing to do with liberals, okay? Because they teach it in college, all right? The public school system in America it's a farce at best, okay? It's the curriculum is a joke. They emphasize math and science, but not really. They say that they do, but they don't. They don't really incite any cultural understanding of any other cultures or their own culture. And most people say, oh, well, America's number one, economy and stuff like that. They don't understand the basics of capitalism, how it came to be about in terms of Protestantism, and how it was, the roots of capitalism, where that even came from, what capitalism actually means, and what communism actually means. For the most part, for right-wing Christians, Jesus would have been a communist. Some of the early church communities were communist. Okay, you can't deny this. I'm sorry. Okay, if you're a rich man, give all your riches to the poor and go follow God. But of course, capitalistic, Republican, right-wing conservatives won't do this, and most all religions champion this. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot to talk about. I'm probably going to try to make this video short, but I haven't had a chance to upload a video. I'm actually surprised that it's working. At least I hope. But yeah, it's just, and then of course the whole invasion of Iran. Right-wing conservatives and white supremacists are actually the ones that are the most destructive to their own culture. Okay, and that's fact. I'm sorry. Afrocentrics are destructive to their own culture because they constantly run to what I would classify as running to the skirts of Europa. The only civilization they even talk about is Egypt, which is barely in Africa. They don't discuss any, the Orisha or any other culture that was in sub-Saharan Africa. And then when they try, they say, well, yeah, that just proves that we were the Romans or the Sumerians or whatever. No, that only proves that you're obsessed with it and it's not Africa. Okay, but I've already touched upon them. I want to touch upon Eurocentrics because, to be honest with you, y'all are two sides of the same coin. Okay, it's your supremacy it's astoundingly stupid on both parts, and it's something that I can't sign myself up for. I'm sorry. I can't stick up for Republicans a whole lot because of the simple fact that you have a rich guy like Paul Ryan who says that we should have to work 3 jobs in order to pay for college. Something along the lines of that. He doesn't stick up for the grants or anything. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to affect Mitt Romney's policy, but the fact of the matter is that a rich guy who, and he probably would champion, the survival of Western civilization, doesn't want people to know about their own civilization. Okay? Because that's the only way you're going to get to know about it if you go to college. That's the sad fact. And we are falling behind in education. We're like number 32 in the whole world. We're only number 1 in economy. We're barely number 1 in military advancement. And that's, even that's lacking. I mean, yeah, our government could be lying about how advanced it is, but so can, Russia or China. We don't know. Maybe they have more than 1 battleship. Who knows? Russia particularly. I mean, they were our equals. In during the Soviet Union, during the 1960s, they actually surpassed us in many fields because they had free college and everything. But it broke apart because of the dictatorships that ruled it. So yeah. But anyway, I'm probably going to be posting another video. It'll probably be, aimed towards Eurocentrics a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there because I really haven't got a chance to get around to those guys yet. And I am probably going to do more videos on it. I've already analyzed Afrocentrism to its core. I mean, I've done numerous videos on it. So if any Eurocentrics get upset about this video, hey, welcome to the club. Anyway, that will be it for me today. I'm glad I'm able to be back on YouTube. My hair is getting a little longer. I'm probably gonna get cut again, but because it keeps getting in my eyes. But yeah, so take care, YouTube.